Alright, kale oli ku Baba Television program ganga muka nomero kana akolwalero aka The Big Story okutandika ku saa dino 8:30 paka saa 5 oli otya mukagwa akali ku lutimbiro ife webalo osobola okutugobera bulungi ng'okozesa emikutu gyaife egy'emitimbagano okuli Facebook yaife okuli Twitter okuli YouTube okuli Instagram okuli TikTok byonna kasuza Baba Television Uganda oida kufuna nibota muti Baba TV Uganda oida kufuna bulojja ona kasokoti Baba TV oida kuba otufuna bukalamu nga olwokuna tiwera ntulirwa kuna tubani munaife Joseph Tamale Mirundi nga tuwaya ku bintu kamale birimu mawulire the big stories of the week era no lutyo tulida okutambula nga twetegereza bice biri kujja mu maiso ebinene biri mu mawulire n'okufa kwa Anthony wa Medi omunamateeka abaira yamba banaifa ba NUP NUP eboneka eri mu buzibu essaawa eno ndoze ekiyongolo ky'amaanyi kubanga Plida webowundi mchala Shami mu Malende akali mu irwaliro akali kuvaayo bali mugonvu is not appeared on public scene for quite a while. Ateni wa Mary about the head of legal akule ekitongole kyabwe ky'amateeka head of legal department yena yafire mu igwanga lya America. So now yes, and their legal department is greatly challenged. Wameri is one of those lawyers who had chosen to identify with the poor or the underprivileged, especially those that needed legal services. Nga their line of politics webafunire ebizibu era Wameri abatalina okuba mu kooti okuyamba okutula yabo okubasabira beyiro okubawolereza. And like I said before, there are not many lawyers or many professionals who choose to sacrifice their professions for such because abawuliriza abana byafuzi tibafuna sente, the likes of Elias Lukwago, the likes of Medad Segona, the likes of those Semakades and the others bakola for a social cause, public cause nga tibafuna as much money kubanga bwolenda okufuna sente mu bwapulida tojja mu misango gye abana byafuzi abana byafuzi tibabana sente abakwewozaako olina kujja mu bintu ng'eby'eitaka corporations kuwolereza amakampuni n'ebindi. That's why you can get money. So for a few people like Anthony Wameri who choose okukola nti obwapulida bwange kabuyambe kunaabazira sente kabuyambe kwalina obwetaavange nga tibazira busobozi, we will really celebrate Anthony for that dedication. And Anthony has been a man of God, a pastor, a lawyer and a pastor, wanjiri, and there is nothing as good as that. In Tiafirenga Idikatonda way, he was well with God, and I know he's resting with the angels because he did his services to us, and I think because of that background, that's why he was able to offer services to humanity. Wameri will be remembered greatly for that. He's a straightforward speaker. He's been one of those good lawyers of our time who would say what they feel, who are able to tell government even what government not want to hear, but above all, remain professional in communicating whatever he wanted to communicate. He was not part of those who throw out insults at anyone, who despise other people, no. Even when he disagreed with those in government or those in his party or those in other parties, Wameri cast a ray of respect to them. He would address them with decorum expected of a lawyer. We really mourn with you, the family, His Excellency Bobby Wine, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobby Wine, eyatubikire about it, because the first time I read was from him, from his Twitter handle. He praised him as one of those who will be remembered to have added a brick on the struggle to liberate Uganda, whatever that means. So, tukusasira ino munaife, Your Excellency Bobby Wine okufirwa munamateeka o ate twasabira munamateeka wundi Shami Malende yena jali aidanda bulungi era awone. We believe that there are many Ugandans who love your struggle, many Ugandans who stand for what you stand for. Another powerful lawyer or even lawyers will rise up to replace Anthony Wameri. Anthony Wameri, rest in peace. Today, in the next few hours, the Minister of Education and Sports, Muchala Janet Kataha Museveni, will officially release the UCE results. Today, it is today, not tomorrow. at exactly 11 o'clock in State House Nakasero here in Kampala. Muchala Janet Museveni will release results of Uganda Certificate of Education ebiri ku byabali kugolola tubone nani yakola ki, and then the term begins. We've just concluded the PLE season. The results were released, the selections were done, admissions were done, and I believe anytime soon, but if our primary 7, abali kuja senior 1 will be joining under a very new and tricky curriculum. The new curriculum for UCE, for the ordinary level, is new. It is now 3 years old. Now the people joining senior 1 are going to study under a new grading system where a single color shows excellence. Mubadde mumanyide byaganti kati ono yafunye 91, eyo distinction 1. Ono yafunye the new curriculum nenge gye bajja okukeberamu ebigezo. It simply shows if you got a first grade, they will give you one thing, a green color, and that's it. So whether your first grade started at 80 or it was the first grade of 75, from 75 they say that from 75 to 100 it is just color green. So there is no saying that these are first grades sikutayo buntu bafunye buna bano bafunye butano ono yafunye 22 ono yafunye 8 for the best 8. That nonsense of 8 for the best 8 has now ended. Once we show green color, we say green, it means imwe mwabise bulungi. Now the others in category 2 nga babita tibafuna first grade nga babita bulungi, anybody who passed nga yabita but in between okubita but without those what to be distinctions would have color orange to say you are good to go. Not too high in the level of excellence, but also not too low. And what would that mean? They will simply give you that the orange color will show nti womaze okubita. Now, those who may have failed and have challenges will not be known. There are no people who will have those failures in one graded what. No, not there. You'll have some ready to show next time. But you cannot fail completely because those will not be there. The new marking system recognizes even your handwriting. Tochasobola kuweereza muntu report n'omuterako nti very good. Those things have ended. Good, very good, very weak, fair, no, never. That's not there. The marking, the grading must be descriptive. So it will show Simon Muyangota is a very smart person in class with a very good handwriting. That too is an attribute. And that's what the report says. It does not tell you who is very poor. No, he has a very good handwriting. That means even if I failed all the mathematical questions set, I can be rewarded for good handwriting. I can be rewarded for my attendance. I can be rewarded that he did everything well, although his answers were not correct. So if the question has 5 marks, the correct answer only has 2 marks, but the good handwriting, my attendance, and my effort has 3 marks. So I'll get the 3 marks and lose the 2. The answer was not correct, but first of all I wrote, you respect my ink, I attended. You respect my time, I have a good handwriting, you respect my handwriting. What are we trying to show? To stop showing people that this one is very, because society grades us using that. Failure, successful person, failure. There is no failure in life. There are people who are very clever, have different first grades, their handwritings are very funny. Somebody is bright, he has a distinction, handwriting here, you need to consult someone else to read it. So, that one they will say that he is this good with correct answers, but his handwriting is a challenge. So he has correct answers, but with a poor handwriting. This grading system veils many of the things we would have used that, to the contrary, would disturb people. Therefore, As we release and accept the release of Senior 4 today, the National Planning Authority, headed by Dr. Joseph Muvawala, has advised nti ebibuuzo bya PLE biveewo. Why? Because nti ebibuuzo bya PLE bino nti oyo agudde. You show society a failure. You cannot pronounce a failure at the age of 13. Nti your mwana is a failure at the age of 13. This and more is part of the reforms that we are going to discuss shortly after this break. Let's have a break, and when we return, we begin from the program. The big story news of Tamale Mirundi. Mtani wa Mirundi namatofu. Balenga nti ebibuuzo bya Pierre bagenda bije. Wakola bibuuzo ki wali osoma?
Nze nafuna marks 2.3.
Marks?
First grade yali eri ku 2.10. Naye nafuna marks.
Wafuna marks mu kifo kya first grade.
Ngambi nti first grade yali ku marks 2.3. Twakolanga general paper mathematics ne English ngandi musomulya mu kyalo lya Busa. Tewali okubba bigezo.
Mwakolanga bisatu?
Yes.
General paper?
Iranze mu general paper navanga mu history. Zizali namba 10. Nze nga mu science nga sizikola. Kubanga nze nagamba sijja kuba nte mpiso. In fact, I caused the crisis in senior foje nasomera. Bagamba nti bwe batolina mathematics na biology tufuna first grade. Ningendi w'omukulu w'essomero ne mugamba nti nze mathematics sigenda kubeera mu surveyor.
Gw'omusomi gw'omukulu w'essomero.
Biology sigenda kubeera kukuba nte mpiso. My brain is in art. Mukulu w'essomero abagamba the issue is not first grade, aggregation. My aggregation nafuna ku senior 4. Why? Tewali wo kubba bigezo. Tewali wo competition. We are entering a commercialized education. Tiwolaba ate tebamanyi soma mawulire ga New Vision. Wolaba kugamba 89 nti yakoze. Abasomesa bonna ne batembuzi. Kubanga bukedde abakwata kati mbakubye ne mbajjayo ti 8 obuna oba owedde z'omwana wange n'afuna 7 8 omwana wange yafuna 8 nanga daddy you are not happy ne mugande I'm not happy wagudde
ng'afunye 8
oba
oba nedda saba afunye 12 village
ogenda kulaga bwa
ku 8.
Yes, I tell my children because I'm educated. Bukedde bakola n'obubira okufuna ndo super B tewaliyo super B teriyo.
What are you talking?
Tewaliyo super B. Kakati once schools became commercialized, imagine nti bo mulinde ebigezo bya P7 na bino mu bino abaana baabwe we bali wano. Are you having ministers' children? They have a different curriculum. Bali mu international schools. Because if you want to join a university in America nga wasomera Makerere, they have to value or equivalent nachi. Bayinza okuzaamu.
Basoka kunoonya.
Yes.
Whether kiwasomera.
Kyobalaba mu abe Makerere nti nasomera Makerere, I defend Makerere University. Nti bagenda ne baka Makerere University 6 for marks. Where are you going to get a job? Especially God.
If you go to Max for
yes, 6. The university and the Makerere University. Nene Makerere University training about PR or stage money. Umusajja Kigundi yakola Kampala University. Which means Kampala University. Makerere University bajita Makerere University of Kampala. Yes. Kigundi yali amanyi propaganda. Nti bali abali ebweru bayiroga nti owa Kampala University yasomera Makerere. MUK. Fetu bimanyi. Kakati nze Katonda yanyamba nti my father yali asomye ne tufuna pioneer brother wange is a diplomat yali asomye, so I knew the value of education ate nga emisambo gyali kiŋŋanya okusoma. Yes. When my mother was yali alima nga ntadde ku mabega, a man with the flames of fire Emuchwezi came and adjusted me. Namugamba nti omwana wo agenda kuba mugezi nnyo naye tajja kusoma mulangira. I had a struggle olunaku lumu kitange yali nasomera mu nasale y'abayindi ekaliisiro nasomera mu nasale eya Indians we are only 2 blacks nakula ndi arrogant kitange yalina bakery mu kibuga nga ngenda ne banzi 12 nga abaana bankayini okutwala ku ssomero. That's why I'm a very arrogant man. I grew up in plenty. Ate nga ffe bannannyini kyalo mayiro yaffe nze buli lunaku nalaba nga baleese omwenge ewaka. Nina omuwala yajja n'aleeta omwenge nga kitaawe envujjo mutemugimanyi kasooli bw'okwata enseenene oleetera omwami nannyini kyalo. Kakati nayagala nnyo omuwala oyo nali mwana muto ne baga nti munyweko nagala ze sinywa omwenge twaguliwa. It was a requirement at my home nga buli aleese omwenge agunywako abali mu ttaka lyaffe. Naye yali muwala waani erinnya linnirabidde but omulenzi gwe bayita Juuko ali mu mawulire omumanyi Juuko yakolako ne mu CBS namugjeyo Collins nemuleeta lwa maama we was rebellious. Nze buli muntu yali rebellious ku kyalo najjayo muzukulu. Waliwo omusajja bamuyita Felix yali musajja muwuulu n'aleka yali abaaga omutwe gwe ogw'ente embwa nejja neeguluma yagoba embwa mayiro 4 n'agikwata n'agikomyawo n'agikuba n'agitirawo. Felix namuleeta mu mawulire
yagoba embwa
embwa yagigoba mayiro 4. Felix yagoba embwa mayiro 4
olw'okulya omutwe
yaluma omutwe gwe nga agenda okuleeta akabazzi n'agikomyawo n'agitira ku mutwe gwe naye namugjayo yanneefuukira luvannyuma. I used to support abaana b'abakambwe abaali
badde muzibu nnyo. That would be as hard as you.
Ate fe ku kyalo ewaffe bakusasula mu kaasi. Waliwo omuzimba waali mu Kampala muno mwali kitaawe yatta bakamunne 7 ng'abakubya laddu n'oli naye n'akubya ababe laddu abawaata ewaffe laddu tekinologi gyeri ewaffe tusasula mu kaasi mateeka ga Musa
laddu tekinologi
era nze ndowooza nti sitaani headquarters ze ziri waffe satani ze headquarters ziri waffe bwe waffe tusasula mu kaasi
oli asindika laddu natta owoli.
They tested on thunder technology. The boy is around. Musajja ali prominent nnyo mu music industry. Kitaawe yatta abakazi ba munne 7
ng'abakubya laddu
ne munne n'akuba ababe 7 ng'abakubya laddu until my father intervened.
Nanga nti mutuule.
My father bamuyitanga chief was a village judge nga yabali consiling highly intelligent. I'm not surprised that we have produced highly intelligent people. Kakati nitembagamba.
The way you loved this man, simanyi basinga wali singa alaba, you really love your father.
Yes.
You really love
highly intelligent man. My father was a highly intelligent man and very arrogant. Ate oba mu second world war, Abaganda bali tebawandika orphan. My father rode a bicycle to Tororo. When I was looking for sentences Akasimo, he's a Tororo man. He's listed as a Tororo man. Because he rode a bicycle from Kitovu St. Henry's. Hero mutani wa fali mu parliament yasomera Kitovu St. Henry's. Yamutwaliranga emuwogo daki.
Paka Tororo.
Yavuga egaali. Anti in Uganda, they could not recruit an orphan.
Into the
his father died nga ayina emyaka egi. But what amazes me, nti tata wange bwe bamuzaala. Mu family mu bazaala tata wange. Mama we mwava ewa gundi jjajja bamuyitaani guli ku mbuga jjajjange jjajja nga azaala maama wange
ye guli ku mbuga
bagututte ku mbuga naye esamusengekeyaali olaba ono junior mwava junior mwava ne kitange mwava muzaala bayina obukojja bwe bumu where the family my grandfather married in 2017 twasingana mu kibuga n'omukazi gwe simanyi junior ne kitange bayina obukojja bwe bumu
so gwe wabitabula
anti kyenkubuulira nti mu family yange mumira kozize sitegeera.
So wasomera mu nasale mu bayindi.
Nasomera mu nasale mu bayindi.
Ekaliisizo.
Ekaliisizo.
You are only 2 blacks among other Indians. How do you survive with those Indians?
Yes. nga era nze nvuga ku bugaali bw'abayindi. Abayindi balina public relations. And because my father was a landlord and a very powerful man, batuleka. Naye my father bwe bagoba abayindi teyakwata ku kintu kya muyindi na kimu. My first time to hear a word called economy was from my father. Economy efudde. Amini agobye abayindi economy efudde. That was my first time to hear the word economy. Kuba bwe yava mu second world war yali mu signal department. That's why nange ndi mu intelligence. I'm a highly intelligent man. Sakulazeeko sampulo. I'm highly miso ya amaanyi nnyo mu Uganda wano. International mu Africa batulatinga tuli bakusatu.
Miso.
The
Mirundi Intelligence Service Organization. Ewuliriza buli kimwe
ne president ye mufeedinga. Nze nina information esinga ya iso. Ate nga sente zenkozesa zange nengenda nembasadiyako nembawaako. Baga it is a Russian satellite which rotates around 24 hours a day.
So, what is wrong with okujja ebibuzo bya P7?
Anti kakati yenkubuuza nti what is the intention today? The intention is to publicize schools. It is commercial. It is no longer achievement. Nti look, aba abasomesa abali mu Bukedde, where Bukedde can have the audacity okuteekawo n'ebigezo byayo. Bukedde ine ebigezo byayo nga certificate kye ya Bukedde bagibanjawo. Who can demand a Bukedde certificate?
Ebitu nebyo watu bitegeera. Bukedde teyina ebibuzo bya national exam. Eyina ebiyamba abaana okwegezesebwa.
Bagijjawa. Nzi Bukedde school era ekimu ku Pike ebintu bye yakola Donna abijjeewo. Donna has turned a former newspaper, credible newspaper, into a public relations agency. Abachina bakoze ne New Vision. KCC, then you are not running a newspaper. The boards of directors are looking at one thing, money, but they are not running a newspaper. Kubanga a newspaper, kati onowandika kuba China bali corrupt, onowandika ku state council. So Donna, what he has done is to do what Pike created. When you read my book, The Pike Revolution in Media, Pike created the most read newspaper in Africa nga ya government. Unachijewo. Unafutisa New Vision, ajufudde public relations. Yakoze n'Abachina. Uchaba criticizing. Yakoze no KCC. Why do you turn a credible newspaper into a public relations company?
Because that's what makes money.
Yes. Your Donny, that is the problem. Donny is turning New Vision, a very powerful institution, into a public relations company.
But he's one of the most highly rated CEOs in Uganda.
No, Tariyo, here and there. Now you have ratings. The monitor of they started CN. In fact, the media has died in Uganda. We have to start in a revival. I
thought it has progressed.
No. The
we have grown from the technology has brought us this far.
Let me tell you, if a woman uses cosmetics to the extent that her husband does not recognize her, the cosmetics have not served its purpose. The cosmetics must mean that you retain
your beauty.
Yes, so that the husband looks at them all. Kakati bano chebakoze ba monitor bani. They have a crisis. They are confronted with social media. As you wait to release your social right, the people have already accessed the information.
True.
So how do you change this attitude? I'm complaining about there is a man who brings me observer. Mugamba nkuwadde buwi. There is nothing I read from an observer newspaper. A weekly newspaper must take advantage of the dailies So for you, we expect you to come with a detail, like a weekly topic. Because you have a whole week.
To research and write.
A weekly newspaper is a daily newspaper. Are you speculative like others? Museveni is going to suffer his cabinet. So, if he does not suffer his cabinet, then your newspaper cannot sell.
It is gone.
A newspaper must depend on analysis. Today, I was training journalists. I told them, the time for a company secretary journalist has gone. People want predictions. Use you are like a forecast, like me. When you read all of these books of mine, are predictive. Kakati chenkugamba nti the results I intended to as a barometer for marketing.
That's why Dr. Muvala says mubijewo. Kwa mroza nti afunye first grade ye muntu atafunye first grade is a failure. Tubijewo.
Neda tebabijawo. You see, a jiga cannot force you to remove a toy. Be patient. Address the issue. The issue is that the newspapers have helped these thieves. Nti omusajja nakuba
by publishing
results.
Boba esolo batilifumira mu mpapula za mawuli, then you are not a school.
Kati is publicity. Ne kasalira embuzi ne beetika omwana we16. Omwana wakusasira yayise mu senior ki mu P7 alina 16. And it curious trouble why I was in Kamuli. I have a program on a certain FM in Kamuli every Saturday. I said, the way they book the people who are illiterate, the newspapers are paid for as marketeers, not as custodians of information. Omwana we Kamuli yafunye mwenda. Kakati chagenze masomero ga government agachi. Bakomye kubuna. Abanyankole era omwana kale omwana yasinze Kamuli yete yafunye abanyankole bifo byabitutte. The issue is you are the Kamuli, you go basembedde abagezi naye ng'oli Kamuli.
You were staying in Kamuli,
yes,
but one of the weak ones elsewhere.
Nti bw'omugenda mu wadi gundi contest y'abawala abalungi owamu asinze mu Uganda asemba oba asinga.
The big story, Joseph Tamale Mirundi.
Abantu abamukedde abagwagwa empapula z'amawulire ezisaninga ez'emuseere because they cannot see sell bakuliyetinga trouble. Let me tell you, mu Uganda mulimu abantu, mu Buganda after election mulimu abantu abo waliwo akakyala kali mu constituency y'e Kalungu. One time president yagenda e Kalungu, akakyala ako ne kayimirira nali sikamanyi ne kagamba president, your excellency, the people are demanding to see man who always defends you. Who is there? Tamale Mirundi. Let him stand up and greet the people. As a man di as a man di as a man di munabuddu. I did not stand up until the president waved at me. What if you receive more claps than the
master?
We went to Kabale, and Mbabazi told me, people want to see you, why don't you stand up? I refuse. What if? No. How would you talk before? What would you talk foxy? Twali bweru nekajja nekwogera the president is not yet here nebatambula ne bagenda. Museveni yinza okuba did I tell you ne tugenda e Rwanda waliyo summit ng'abantu bali mu meeting. Amelia n'angamba, but we have seen a man called Mirundi, we want to see it. Mirundi! Immediately I refused.
Katwaki emputu bagirangira ffe basoga
nga naawe eyiyesoma public relations nabaga nti endabirwamu mu Buganda bwe bagireeta abawalabu bayirira ku mulembe gwa Ssekabaka Ssuuna. Ssekabaka Ssuuna yali mulwadde wa kawaali. Kasi yalaba endabirwamu nga mulimu abasajja mu lubiri abamusinga obulungi yabasala tebajja kumwagalira bakazi be. Unless you are commander in the chief, sali musale, nze nakalaba abantu basatu. We are defeated these people. Why? Sali musale. One time yajja mu State House. Nanga nti muzeeyi yampisa eggulu. Ngendera mu helicopter. Where does muzeeyi sit? Sali asikite me.
Sali musale ng'abuuza ggwe. Entebe muganda we mwatuula.
Tagituulamu. Yes. Naffe mu Baganda kitaawo gyanywera omwenge tolinnyayo. Omanya otya oba bannyoko?
Oyinza okugenda obazannyiramu n'ogenda naawe gy'ogunywera naye nga mwabo bo.
Kitaawo gyanywera mu kirabo ky'omwenge. Muganda cannot go where his father drinks beer. Entebe y'omuganda tetuulwa mu nsikira. Mu nsikira nkyaliwo. Muganda n'essowaani y'omuganda.
Those are colonial cheap things.
The way we were brought up. Nti Sali musale yakugamba. Ever since I joined the army, when I go to my brother, I salute, receive orders, salute and go. Obedience.
Sali musale brother. When do they have time to talk about themselves as a family? So yes.
That's why Muhozi has survived. Nti Muhozi aneleka bali flamboyant ng'omutubani w'akajiji ajoga abantu. Omanyi buli lwolaba kanyamatale ekaana. Have you seen Musa? Now I appointed the media advisor. Yes. Have they sacked me? Am I a media advisor?
No, never could go.
Museveni created the avenues for me.
No, you were fired.
I have a contract for 5 years.
No, you were fired.
Can you strip a naked man twice?
The deputy press secretary wrote officially that the president has appointed Linda Nabusai a presidential advisor.
How you want to retire? You believe?
Never go be. Sure, you are fired. Your job was given to Nabusai.
A general cannot become a parachute commander. Why don't you be bothered enough Chirunda and they say that I have been sacked? My job has been taken off. Don't worry. In Uganda, can you strip for 10 years? In fact, even if the president gives my job to somebody else, I rejected it. You should a part I get one. Never I get a very kiri. Tebali kiriya.
Mirundi. Bwawulanga uliriza. Bwolanga nti Moses Baliyeko CEO wa Baba has appointed a new moderator for the big story. How do I come?
My security detail is there. There you see it's there.
It's the rate on the way. Chirunda yawandise ofinaga nti Linda Nabusai is now the presidential advisor. Tochawa Museveni magezi ku byamawulire yakugobye.
How many times have you seen him in the State House? Kale gintu nka bine nkamala bumba bine mbamala u. Mbafye jogo 10 years.
Chichagobeza.
I was taking the longest way. Mbaba mugobye gwe Museveni amaze kuseza mukonde how do we do? Tetusola muyimiriza ye. Katoka nti tambite kamu. Oyo gasiya wamwe. Tambite kamu.
Bakugobirwa kuyomba na fast food. You were fired. The job is now. It is Linda Nabusai who is the president.
Mirundi bamugobye kana kasujja
kanonye Twitter ya Chirunda.
Bamugobye. Ekyagobeza nabakubanimba malawo. Nabakubanimba malawo. It's not the government that makes me. Kakati katudde ku reasoning.
What are you arguing with the facts?
Can
a pregnant woman claim to be virgin? Can he?
Bien mutusa kutaka. 10 years from now, nembategera.
Yakumaze.
I ranti these people.
Yakugobeseza.
Byejogo nende bajamu.
Kyakugobeseza.
Nga kampuni ze bazisazizamu. Kati kono kenyo. Akanuka jake program emba beka kasajja guba bene urwa. Nabo nakanibo baboche. You fought a man. Debaziba uruteri yo. Okatera mandu anti injiniseza akayo kale bakalijo. You beat up a medicine man. Emuziba uruteri yo. Onkuba bane mbujjawo myaka 10 the longest resistance katombuze ebi byabo I left the long time ago. You cannot strip go buli bwebuti
I can confirm.
Ate mwatugamba nabusa yagenda mu foreign affairs kalina omuntu kalinga ebbulooka ajanga mupole kulanga byangwe nabuno obwa UCC mujijjako ne bakuba ne babatta mwami different characters kati it has things. I'm telling you that as long as you commercialize results, and I've been telling you that the problem with the results, abaana abamu tebaliimu, abaana baba minisita tebaliimu, kitegeeza mwe mukola bigezo bya international ki abaana bamwe bagende ebweru n'abange gye bali okitegedde nti when you release the results mukunama
nawe Museveni yakusomesezako ababe bweru and you are proud chogera buli abaana bo basomera ke
abaana bange basomera bweru anti kyenkubuulira abaabwe bwe baddukanga n'abaffe tubatwala anti nze bwe nagenda wa pulezidenti namusaba kusomesa baana bange omanyi nti pulezidenti yampaako yawa omwana wange agenda n'asoma nenzirayo nemugamba ndi muzeeyi famire yange ya movement kati omukazi oli ayagala kunzita ono gwe watutte okusoma ate ono omukazi yategedde nampa ekyokubiri nitwaleyo n'omulala
I wish to clarify that there is no new list of presidential advisors issued as is circulating in social media. The only new appointment of MS Linda Nabusai Wamboka has been appointed presidential advisor on media. Mirundi. By
abakugambye ulira omusajja akugambye ulira you don't know omusajja akugambye I wish to clarify there is no new list kakati ekitegeeza ulira new list ekitegeeza olodi Museveni talina loolo nti bali limited eno nyumba nzadde bamuwadde kati don't waste my time because don't waste my time. I'm not an advisor myself. Having been a general, I cannot be Museveni yampa kulirawo sente kasiimo kange era tayinza kunzigyawo na contract ya myaka bamugamba president bamugamba nti don't renewing a contract n'abagamba let me renew it for 5 years. So ekyo tekiri eyo. You can have so many people in one project.
So what now that you're friends with Awusai, are you sit together and work
together and advise each other? Nzairukuta teachers akasimu. Nze sikola. Ebyo wafe byangana okola. Ebyo wafe byangana okola ndi mulangira. And they cannot work with these people again. But if you want me as a man, the other day I was lecturing abazzukulu ne bagula n'obutabo bwange. This is pensioning. Museveni wouldn't like a man like me to move barefooted.
And that's why we are going. Motoka again and it's begin. That I can confirm by Monday. No things will have gone.
I'm one of the people who have all the tribes of cars. All the types of Mercedes Benz and
so no batwale
it is the interest of government goroza wali akaddenyo mukazi amanyimu abasajja ekibikwa kokola obyabakopi mwagala nnyo mukazi akukyaya abeere bubi but this is intended to say nti atukuba naye kyatukubira president is not an agreement singa tali agreement nange ndi contract za Ministry of Education ya 50 yali gasazizaamu and is moving it rather Museveni must surrender the councillor's leg. Museveni must tell members of the first family. To survive, Museveni is in the selfish mode. That's what. Katumaliki nkusomera obutabo bwono. Kugamba ti ebigezo by'abaana byasizinga okuba ebigezo by'abaana. By the time we Natulia P7, the first word, new word, ebigezo byajjanga omanyi nti byasolanga ku police.
Yes.
Nebe babijjanga baga birika envumbo byabeeranga tayitire. Super glue.
Nakati bwendowooza mukiri babikumira.
Anti kati babibba. You find teachers, examiners are what? A teachers bomulaba mbukedde flamboyant gundi. Exaggerated gundi. Kakati abo ebigezo amasomero gawaayo ebizimbe byabyo bagololemu ebigezo. Ulira kati agolola omwakubira munne ewuwo nze ngolola science gwogolola mathematics. In fact kakati mumwe kyova olaba
that is not true because that weakens the system, the UNEP system.
Nti amasomero agamu kyova olaba nkugamba may I write I'm proposing new innovations in education. One, give a parent his voucher. Calculate all the students. Buli muzadde muwe voucher y'omwana we. Not for sale, not for transaction. Omuzadde abeere empowered. Nti essomero eritasomesa tatwalayo mwana we. Gakuname babagobe. I was watching television. The most intelligent local leader bamwitaani ate oyo musajja mumanyi twalinaye mu nseko bamukuba nnyo nga ye kaamu I saw him naga nti nedda headmasters abasudde abaana bafuuka abasomesa. When you go to Sweden, Denmark and Norway and you are an editor and you apologize 3 times odda kubwa bwe tokyakisobola.
Oyagala okunvumira apology commercial break. Oyagala okunvumira apology kati ononyo oyagala okunvumira apology. Program The Big Story Joseph Tamale Mirundi ayambala yero n'agamba ina nembweta kyatambula n'ayambala yero n'agamba nti I regret why I worked with those people. Sometimes you say you regret the day you met him.
Yes, I regret the day I met him nasanga y'abajozi nga balowooza nange basobola okunjooga. You see the problem you have. Chebaita vetting temukimanyi. There would be no sensible person to get an independent and intelligent man like me into Olubiri Palace. Tebali to demonstrate house. Because I'm a self-made man. I was richer than them. I'm a self-made man. Can you see joke? When we take Mukatogo. I'm a very arrogant man. I'm a self-made person. I've survived. Natandi kukuandika mauli. And I'm not a money maker. I'm very independent and intelligent. In political science, you know yourself. I've never seen Kisaka physically. The only time I saw Kavubuka, Akari Mukampara minister, try to get a Kuzika, Tata for one kuwangu. Anybody Akuriako sending this story Mirundi is a joker. I'm a rich man. That's why you see you study the characters. Chibaita vetting, ekerezia angezi nyo. I
think the argument was the capacity of the parish development model. What sent Bazigabi Mubiyaro? Yes. Government Yagabye sent all over.
And
Parliament again. The London centers,
you must have the history. Navagandi, when you do decision making in politics, a decision is dictated by the past, the current, and what you want to achieve. What's the difference between the circle, rural farmers scheme, entandikwa, and the rural
operation recreation?
Yes.
Parish development model.
Where I can support as a propagandist who did the propaganda in one of the prestigious institutions is that the country must be kept in hope. Nti omuzigo gwe gumu bagukolamu omuzigo amatagegamu esabwe omuzigo ekivuguto. But the same milk.
The main product is milk.
The same.
Is that
so? When this fails, do you study what failed the rural farmers scheme? Abasajja abali mwena alasibe wala sent mu UCB at the tune of 90 billion. Government capitalized UCB by 90 billion, nejitunda 45 billion. Did we learn from abantu nabwe baka abaganda baka nti enkonge a setback is good in politics. Why have we failed? Museveni is a socialist.
Ekibadde kifulemesa bantu ba government nga sente bwe zigenda abakozi ba government
Museveni is a socialist.
Baziweereza bantu
Museveni is a socialist who want to give capitalism a human face. Capitalism is faceless. Era Nyerere yagamba Kenyatta, you are creating a man-eating man society.
Man eateth man.
Yes, that's what you are having in Uganda. Are you an idiot? From Nema. Nagamba nti bw'oba tolina kasero ne bakukwata mu mmotoka nga tolina kasero bilioni 10. That this man is out of touch with society.
How? We don't want you to litter.
Let me
tell you. I'm
a change agent. Do you know? Nti batuleeterako butulayangu mu traffic, ne batuleetera emisipi mu traffic, ne batuleetera speed governance mu traffic, byawangalawo. Because the intention is not to change society. This is an idiot. I used to believe that the educated people are intelligent.
You don't. Let us agree.
Anti nkubulira kati kyenkubulira nti Museveni has the most good policies mu nsi, and many countries have used them. Museveni will die like Nkrumah. Nkrumah is hated everywhere in Africa. Muganda taliyo. Yes.
What are you saying?
Nalaba ebintu bibiri bwe nali nkyakola ne Museveni. Bwe twali tugenda mu UN nga tusesa $1 million, Nigeria was the second to speak after Museveni. Nigeria yasaba ebyokwogera bagiwe time. Bwe twagenda Nigeria, president wa Nigeria Yar'Adua yamugamba nti omanyi ebyaffe byonna wali obikubye. Museveni yagamba $1 million mu Africa mulowooza mayembe. Mulowooza mu mayembe miracles. When it is announced on the screen that the next speaker is Yoweri Museveni,
President of Uganda,
Museveni has the best ideas that have not percolated in this country.
Highly rated the outside Uganda.
Zibampako omulimu Zambia nga bampa millions of dollars, $10. Nakola weeks nenkoma mu Uganda. Naye what happened? Bwe twagenda Zambia, eyali president wa Zambia, Lupia Banda. If you wanted to be comfortable, ensi efaananya olulimi lwaffe. Zambia babayita bannyanja, balina kabira bbiri, the nyanjas. Era sebo omugga Zambia, omugga ekigambo kye bayita omugga odduka kyabuwemu, naye embwa gyeri mulamu gyali biki omutima biki byonna. There is a tribe that speaks our language. I strongly believe baava wano. They are migrated to the south. Naye gundi yagamba Lupia Banda. Lupia means a rich man. Nafu mu Uganda tuga ayina Lupia. Kuba abayindi be basooka okujjawo. Lupia Banda, the richest Zambian, yawangula akalulu ke Berlusconi, the richest Italian. Naye yali agenda mu kalulu. Lupia Banda yagoba over minister be bonna n'agamba, I want to listen to my lecturer. When Museveni is attending a conference, wakiri bafuna we bamunyigana ayogerako. But why? Taina ba disciples.
He's highly rated.
Taina ba disciples
outside Uganda.
Taina ba disciples baina babbi. Museveni has thieves who don't bagala musura. And you cannot say, I did mass communication, I'm a change agent. Waliwo eddiiro ly'omuntu ly'otunuulira n'engana okugyamu engatto sitabonere.
Nga towadde eddiiro kitiibwa.
Nga terifaanana ngatto zange. Mu Europe gwe wennyini gw'otya okusuula akaveera kaagundi is clean everywhere. Neno ebisajja erina omutwe
oyagala kyeki?
Anti nkubuulira
oyagala
tusooka na
balabenga
not essajja lino si lunyu. That idiot is this man is from environment. 10 billion gozina you are targeting our vehicles. Ozina gwe mbwa gwe tusajja gwe ina 10 million. Oyina 10 million gwe nti emotoka tulagidde police ezikwate nga tolina kasero nga bakajjawo.
Kati akasira ak'ebitaano
no balina gye baagala okukajja
Mirundi wadde ekyokulabira lwaki ecupa za bia tebazisuulasuula everywhere lwaki tebazisuula
nga bali otambudde gogenda otokolanga wali badde musiramu n'ogendako emakka I think you have never traveled. Bwogenda mu mawanga gali, what Museveni helped me kuva mu maalo. Bwogenda mu mawanga gali n'oli emmere, tolekaawo sowaani. Ebintu byonna biri disposable. Okwata tuleeyo n'ogiteeka mu kasero muli. Ne babikunya, ne bigenda ewalala.
Chewed.
Yes.
Recyclable.
But to build a culture, let me tell you.
That's what the culture.
I don't want to embarrass people.
That's what we are doing. We are building that culture.
We went in London with a minister, a powerful minister. Now again, I'm toy. Powerful minister. Oh, you sister wa fa mama mo. Mbedenga nti afudde. Mbedenga ndi mama afudde. Ya kumi wakaye is our elder sister wake wa Mirundi.
Kati ogenda mutula kooti yange omutwazi.
Bamanyi character yange anti yita manyi bwendi. Kwa bobera cheke. Nyoko nayingira omuzikiti nga talina buzo omuleka. Family yange ekimanyi. That's the real Mirundi. Kakati nkugamba. I was telling you. Twagenda ne minister. London. Mukifo kyogenda mu toyi. Omanyi mu modern toilets. Mubeeramu obuntu bubiri. Akabakazi abanene akabanaaza nakano yagenda mukali.
Era akabakazi.
Ennagishi neewunya.
Yagenda mukabakazi.
Kakati what they did, Amelia paid 1,000 pounds. Abasajja baga nti ennagishi ewunye. Floor yonna mugikole ki?
Mugikirini.
Floor yonna bagidduseeko. Ennagishi ya minister atamanyi toilet. Ka toilet nakano kabakazi. A minister serving in the Ugandan government. Amelia is not dead. Kati ne banoonya ani ayoolamu. Nga abakozi baabwe tebasobola. They hired a soldier who had escorted the president. Yalina akaveera ke. N'ayoolamu. Doled. But the government paid for this minister. A minister serving in this government. Yagenda this is
now you want nagisi evero
yagatamu nagisi ate waliwo yatobya obuliri ne baga this urine tuziza mukwata kamiri ya paid esuka bazijjewo
musajja alabye nabwe leba Museveni musajja mukama wange kulembere gwanga lyo
we
bange
come from different
how does he know all of you n'amaalo gamwe n'ekyalo kyamwe
genda obuuze omusajja gulaita
yongera okufuga abantu paka nga
genda obuuze omusajja gulaita mukama omumanyi eyali private secretary wa Museveni.
Yes.
Mukama nga Museveni agende moloto agenda kwogera n'abakalamujja ebyo bya disarmament. Kakati nga Museveni yabagamba sooka obawe rangi. Mukama yabawetwala mu hoteli nga bali omuceere n'ennyama. Museveni agenda okwogera nabo nga beeyayamula. Yawning. Did you get lunch? No.
Ate kiki?
Museveni bw'aba anakyaza abakalamujja abawente 10 ne banywamu omusaayi gwabwe omubisi.
Ono yabatwala mu hoteli kulya
Can you take kalamajongo tumbale? Aliyeko sente. Museveni yagamba Mukama go back to Kampala kyamugobya kalamajongo.
Teyamanya kye baagala kulabagulira mu
kyere. Era kalamajongo MPs defended him. Omusajja yabawadde ki? Lunch. Omukalamojo mutwala mukyere. Ezo wali omukyere. So therefore, if I'm changing agent, no. This is
what type of people are you?
And in Kubuwalide, we come from different chi, and the people vote. We would educate these people. Timobogende bula yedda waberanga yo courses. Ti course ogenda kubera MP. How are you going to conduct your study? Kubula bayina point of kwada bayina point eni bitaliyo. Lukwabwe yagenda ne Segona bayimize parliament in session. Nekugamba parliament wali yajimiza mu session. Nze nkimanyi. But this lukwagandi Segona bali tabakimanyi. The parliament is wa mu session. Once the parliament in progress tewali yajimiza. Teri yajimiza. Speaker bwabanga ekyali in progress ayita mulyango mulala. Sign die ayita mulyango mulala. Nebisoma mu mawulire we are all around. Kakati bino ebintu byemwogerako bino byemwogerako. When you go to Southern Sudan, my first time to go to Southern Sudan, nalaba kye nali simanyi tebagenda mu toyi. omusajja omusanga ng'akutta amawulire na ali kukuba akamu na omusajja omugagga alina kamunye n'atwala abaana be mumaze okupama mu nsiko tumaze.
South Sudan.
My first time to go to Southern Sudan, I used to see people nga bapama ku kkubo ejuba nga kwata mawulire bwati n'apama tebapama mu ttooyi. Kakati analyze
Joraga.
So
kati mwaba Museveni as handlers bw'aba agenda okutambula ne ba minister, you brief them,
you
talk to them.
educate. For but what I'm a mass communicator. There are two people who change society: a mass communicator and a group scientist. Nti bino ebisaaniiko toleeta bulesi ntweyo kisajja gwe noleeta ento tuleeta revolution. You are out of touch with the population. 5 or 10 billion. Mwazina komanyoko. Kisajja gwoziina gwe. Abasajja balemedde okutwala abaana be.
Fine thing you have failed to answer eri kimu.
Burundi
olemedde okwansa eri.
Lwaki
ecupa za bbiya tebazimansa mansa. Mumanya nti ebeera mu kureti era muzikuuma bulungi muzisigaza mu mmotoka. That's what you are not answering. It's the same thing we are saying. Anywedde amata naye akuuma akaveera ke.
Nagenda e Rwanda mu lutale emyezi egi enviiri zange nakomawo nazo. Why? Jjajjaffe yali atugambye nti enviiri zo ziteekebwa mu kigogo kasita akanyonyi kazizimbisa ennyumba obw'eddalu. I cannot gamble. African gods are not provocable. Nakomawo n'enviiri zange nze buli lwansala enviiri ngenda nazo mu kaveera. Enviiri bazirogerako. Kakati obanga emani with a master's degree nange nina ebyakalika byenkola ki byentya. A pregnant woman in Uganda tagenda mu ttooyi. Can you tell between labor pains nogenda mu ttooyi? A pregnant woman in Uganda. Eyo emmumbwa gy'olaba abakazi balya ne bagitumenya ne London is unhygienic. Tebafumbako bbumba. And in many cases emmumbwa eyo ezaaza omukazi bagijjawo embwa weebwagulidde. Tewali mbwa yali efudde ng'ezaala bajjawo omusaayi gw'embwa. Test it. African drugs are not testable. Ekitegeeza if I want to change society mala kutegeera nti why don't we start with Kampala? Lwaki Kampala tetugiteekawo
bagamba neerwanda kusuula kasasiro mu takisi
kiri ekirala omukazi wammwe atawanya ba boda boda. You are planning series of a revolution.
Ndemolenda matovu mu the big story buli lwakuna saawa 3 paka saawa 5 ate ekiro programu tugikuddiramu okuva ku saawa era 4 paka 6 gw'ekiro. Naye tujjaffe tugoberere bulungi. Mirundi
you must have change agents. Katikamba boli.
Change agents, right. Naye kyenjagadde okanye tekali kyetaliiwe esobola okuzimbibwa milioni 10 gwendo zigambe nnyo. Akasero tugende ku kino ebyakaso tubimaze tugende ku bino.
Even Jesus was circumcised. Kakati ba Christians, why don't they circumcise? This day they circumcise. Bagamba ati Paulo mutokere yaga nti basirusiru mmwe abakomola emibiri ne muleka emyoyo. He was not opposed to circumcision because even Jesus was circumcised at 4 days.
Only that, basirusiru mmwe abakomola emibiri ne muleka emyoyo.
By the time I grew up, nga batugamba tibwe mukomola omuntu yagenda mu ggulu ne bamuga Katonda n'amugamba nti ako kaalagawa lwaki wakakomolako nze kennatonda. But it could be ti omwana omulenzi aleme kuyita mu nnyina. Era Abaganda tukugamba senkuzaale ng'omwana omulenzi ayita mu nnyina. It could have been a cover not to embarrass your mother. Era Muganda woman bw'asula n'omwana omulenzi asula mu kikooyi. Because they didn't know mazzi kyakazaala omwana at what age. Kakati circumcision is everywhere to prevent diseases. Waliwo omusajja yajjako akaliba ke era kyobalaba abasiraamu tebagala mbizi nambwe embizi yakalya atuuka mu ggulu bamugamba akomewo akanoonye. So you must know these distortions and beliefs. Today all of my children are circumcised, even those who are not Muslims. Why? Bakitegedde.
So bwe balituuka mu ggulu Katonda n'ababuuza gye
anti kyenkubulya no kakati my argument is kubanga is research ti omwana ono ajja ne cover ye why was Jesus circumcised? Maybe God knew nti omwana ono ayita atya mu maama we era do you know what we call if you were born nga oli circumcised fe Abaganda twayita bankala ow'enkala aba n'ekisiraani kyamaanyi nnyo talinnya mu lyato abavubi okulinyisa mu lyato omusajja bamalanga mukebera mu mpale va ku zino speed boats emaani could not boat ye kanu nga tebamaze mukebera mpale ow'enkala tolya bagamba asibye akakala jawakakala a man who is born circumcised is called ow'enkala mu Baganda and is in ekisiraani.
I did not know that those people exist.
Even if you are going to do business with somebody, a man, musumulule empale, olaba bawankala basi wankala. Kakati ite babadi, I'm a change agent. When you come to me, I can help these idiots. Adda ku radio n'agamba akasero, akachi, ng'omupolisi yakola. You are an idiot.
Did not take
Anti mu Africa batugamba.
Akasero kazitowa mu motoka.
Anti nkugambye bwe kabula. Oba weerabira essimu ewaka. Why is it first punishment? Balitandikidde ku mitwalo egyo because you encourage first persuade the people. First nekijjo n'ekitwe kyakyo. You change, call us. They change experts. Call us.
Joseph Tamale Mirundi mu dakika zino entono ezibulayo njagala tumalirize Mirundi abo tubamaliriza baviireko ddala
kati kamba somere Britain nabagamba how did Britain primitive capitalism develop into mature capitalism.
So what are you calling primitive capitalism? Ebya Paris development model obiyita Paris
obiyita environment okola ki
primitive capitalism. Soma primitive capitalism.
Nkugamba.
Oba nkusome.
The Magana Charter gisome muyi bagamba nze mbuwandikira wa.
Ndandikirewa.
Magana Charter.
The Black Revolt. The Magana Charter in Britain gave powers to the landlords to control the Basenze as if they are slaves. All sorts of torture and harassment were meted on Basenze, and more like the case of Uganda. The landlords and the Basenze were British. The landlords had been elevated to these privileges by their positions and status, not by academic performance, hard work or bravery in battles. The population therefore resisted and challenged their authority. It was around this time that Britain underwent through the Industrial Revolution. This is the time when towns and cities were developing. The merchants and explorers had acquired marine technology and gunpowder to conquer foreign lands. The smelting of iron ore and the importation of silver, diamond and gold became an economic venture. This is what motivated traders to venture into the hinterland for slaves, ivory and other minerals. This reminds me, you, not me, but him. This reminds him of the cross-border smuggling business during the Idi Amin era in Uganda, commonly known as magendo. This followed the collapse of the economy in Uganda and the expulsion of the Indian community that were in control of East African economies. Once the people failed to get basic goods from shops, they switched to magendo. The word magendo comes from a Luganda word, or lugendo, which means a long distance or a long journey. This was in relation to the distance the traders trekked ferrying goods across the borders of Uganda. Magendo business involved smuggling of coffee to neighboring countries in exchange for goods that were not easily accessible in Uganda. The smugglers operated on Lake Victoria and used engine-powered canoes. What must be clear, however, is that Idi Amin craved to maximize earnings from coffee and was not ready to allow this business, thereby declared it illegal and risky. Amin handed over the responsibility to block this business to his right-hand man, Bob Assos. He had orders to shoot on sight.
So okwatewa.
Back to Britain.
Back to Britain. When
the people heard about the development in emerging cities, they decided to migrate to townships en masse. This trend startled landlords who relied on these peasants to sustain their agriculture business, since there were no tractors to replace casual labor supplied by peasants. It is said that a person at the verge of drowning will grab a straw or hay, hoping that it would save him from death. This applies to how landlords in England responded. The landlords believed that intimidation and threats would stop the exodus of peasants to emerging cities. They even introduced tough measures, including the following. The act of peasants to relocate to towns was criminalized. Yes. If anyone decided to leave the village, they would do everything in their means to stop him from reaching his destination. The first-time offender would have his hand amputated to serve as a living example to those intending
1,200 AD in Britain.
The second-time offender would have his second hand cut off. The third-time offender would be sentenced to death.
How do you change society? Look at what these people did.
Like all unplanned and ill-thought policies, these tough measures sparked massive rebellions across England. Peasants staged what came to be known as the Black Revolt, in which many landlords were killed. Yes, were killed. Later, a peaceful agreement was reached by both parties as follows. Landlords agreed to sell the land to peasants who would afford to buy. 2, that those who wish to migrate to cities were free to go. 3, those that remained behind would observe Sunday service and observe it as a public holiday. And 4, landlords further agreed that if a peasant dies, his family and friends would be given a day off to mourn the deceased. The conditions as highlighted in the agreement above opened the doors to peasants to leave villages in large numbers and to go to urban centers. As a result, 2 factors emerged, and I'm reading those ones and I end it there. The departure of peasants in large numbers left villages empty, and landlords resorted to rearing sheep. This period is referred to as the fencing period in the English history. 1200 AD.
The fencing system in England.
As the people left villages, the landlords fenced off the land and ventured into wool production. The second factor is the introduction of the vagabond law in the cities. This law was intended to maximize joblessness and crime in cities. Cities introduced tough laws to regulate new immigrants and force them to look for jobs in factories. A prison sentence was slapped on immigrants that refused to work in the factories.
Revolution. You are grabbing land from the peasants. Unless you create a place for internally displaced people, not refugees from other countries, the contradiction is going to arise. Mubagoba mu byalo ne muba ebibanja byabo ne mukampala ne mubagobamu. What these people in 1,200 are better than the Kisakas. What did they do? The landlords agreed. You can buy us. This is what I told my son. I said, if Kasigas is using the police, the regional police, he's using the police to block Mayanja, he doesn't know. He is sticking it to a councillor sledge. Ye Kasigas metuyamba mwe mugendo okuduka mayanja ayamba Kasigas ajja okuduka. Kasigas tayagala status kwekyuke kubana yayina ettaka. Kakati katubaleke nedda katubaleke abantu abatwale. Like this revolt. Who helps the other? When I tell you don't harass borders, me I've insulated myself. They will not attack me. I've already insulated myself. The borders, if there is a revolution, I remain here. You see me walking on the streets of Kampala. Mugenda okudduka mulaba omukazi adduka n'akasajja akadduka. Kubanga mwetumanyi series of the revolution. If Kasikazi blocks Mayanja, talina buyinza, police talina buyinza. Kubanga Kasikazi has interest in land. Mayanja is helping you. If Museveni tells his family members, mubadde mubira mu Ministry of Education, 50 contracts in this exam, Museveni is helping you to surrender the councillor stage. Kubanga look what is happening in Kenya. Era nekyo nekiwandiikako nja kikusomera. Mukana kata omwekiri. Nti once the members of the first family must understand that the first victims of a hostile regime. What has happened in Kenya?
Why do you call them victims?
Luto,
they could be the first beneficiaries of another regime.
A former deputy to Uhuru Kenyatta. What has he done to the Kenyatta family? He wants to be his own man. He doesn't want to be reminded about that he's a former deputy minister, vice president. When Mwanga toppled Obote, he did not talk about Obote. The man, Yeltsin, Boris Yeltsin, when he swatted the coup in Russia, the chairman of the Communist Party in Moscow, Boris Yeltsin, Yamaya Communist Party, even Putin does not belong to the Communist Party. They call it the Russian something. You forget, don't remember where you came from. The speaker and the deputy speaker, don't remind them about their past. The new people. A leader does not want to know his past. Where did you wonder about? Yes. Kakati, oh no.
Ruto
is targeting, is abaganda bakwita obuzabuza nfaayo. He doesn't want to be reminded. In Italy has the largest communist party in Western Europe. When communism collapsed, the communists turned themselves into progressives. Era ne basigala mu power. Nga public tejjukira bya ggulo. If today you look at the trend, the people who are fighting Muhoozi have jumped on Muhoozi's bandwagon.
Namwe mukimanyi. Ekyo kyekinnemesa okuwa ebyobufuzi bya mubiwagira. Avumye leero enkya y'awaana.
Baluka hale yangu bakola ediyo ye. Apologize tulwabo. Kidduka n'entwe yakyo n'entwe kati kigenze wa Muhoozi.
Tamale Mirundi Baba TV Mirundi ani abba ssente za NSSF isaga parliament gyenoonyerezaako gye tulimu kati.
One of the reasons you should support something must be a selfish reason.
True.
Me, I support the peasants not because I want to go for elections. I support the peasants to guarantee my future. I will not run away because I've told you.
Who tells you that peasants appreciate?
If you want to solve a problem, create a contradiction. And for you, you are chasing the people away from the city and they're being chased away from the village. That's a contradiction. So a solution will be found by the black revolt. That's why Kasigas, when Kasigas order humiliates Mayanja.
What do you mean by they are chasing people from the villages?
Yes. Itakali very twala. Kati Kasigazi alowooza nti Mayanja mubi yedda ayamba kujja kudduka ate sooka otegeere Kayibula yavaawo. Kayibula n'avaawo. How many inspector general of police have been there? Oli yafa.
Ekizibu ekiri mu
Mayanja Kasigazi ngadduka.
Mayanja ye police, prosecutor, ye court.
Mayanja
do you see a
Mayanja is a fire brigade.
Orders.
Mayanja, even other DCs, the cardinal duty of an DC is to stop land evictions. You stop the hemorrhage, Musai Busibi. But if Kasigazi believes, police doesn't. Kasigazi kuduka sigoso sewo. Kasigazi unitaka na ijja kuduka.
Lwaki ye minister Mayanja aleka nsonga zigende mu court nayimiriza ono muyimiriza kino kiyimiriza does the minister get
omusajja bwe gukuba osooka kusibako olubuzi omusajja bwe gukuba osooka n'osiba obusagwa. That's Mayanja. Mayanja holds evictions so that
Mayanja omanyi goyogerako.
Yes, I know him.
Mayanja nawe mufaananye
Kasigazi.
You
look what other deputy gundi bagenze. The only sensible person will submit. No, kubanga submit yet in interest. Submit na limu in the state house. When you commit a manyanga, you go to prison. No, you know, ayinaba nini kasikazi ayinaba nini abamukoleramu abetta.
But why should the minister be a field officer?
This is eri tumwine yali akuba angina. Wanu ranka tujeno amukuba lwaka gundi. Wali wanu. Wali kasikazi eri tumwine wali. Is he there? Tulwananga n'abantu.
Why do you disturb a dead man?
Nze mbabuulira.
Muleke.
Me
talk to Mayanja. The minister of
fighting.
Cannot be fighting in one.
Mayanja is not law.
Mayanja is police, is prosecutor, is judge, is magistrate, is angerman.
Nabagambye waliwo abagula kapera ndi ab'amagye ab'ennyota ekyapa nze nkiyina oligeno kyapa mukigule mulabe babakola ebyapa ebirala. Karl Marx yatugamba tekasa bali mu buyinza bakwagala okulya they become appetitive. Everybody is appetitive. Deputy inspector is appetitive. You are appetitive. You are appetitive. You are planting seeds of the revolution. Solve the problem. Look at the border business. Why don't you stop the border where they are coming from? And if you are sensible on a clear traffic, let me tell you, younger man, you are clear traffic. At one time, Museveni suspended the operations of traffic. Do you know the reason why? Museveni's father-in-law, Kalazalwe, was contesting with another man over the districtship, the lead of a district in Imbalala. And it was found out that the opponent for Kalazalwe was a close relative of the head of the traffic police, Unagumanawe. They reported in the campaign that unless you remove the traffic police from Kampala, this man is supply lines with Museveni, yakwata Kalazwali, namutwali Fort Portal, nakwata police, traffic police in Ajigalawo. Read your history. This man I'm the head of the traffic police. Are you the first one? Waliwo, Seruwo, yagenda. Waliwo, Onogundi, Tunagumanawe, yagenda. Waliwo sigwoso say liko kujoga abantu musajja gwe uliokojeka abantu boda zaabwe kubanga mumi na ama company agawola you are plant temugante twababulira me I don't incite but I tell you ojakuduka musajja gwe wa traffic ojakuduka why as an expert in traffic why don't you advise Kampala State Council stop the borders where they are coming from? I've solved the matter partly mbalete de chume chinge motoka. If Wuguma is looking for Kasasiro, what if I buy these vehicles and engineer about the machine? Me I'm ahead of you. Neto is a gamba. You look at this woman Kizaka. Let me ask you. When you go to church and officiate your marriage, n'abaana bemulizaala ekitegeeza an officiated marriage is permanent. When you give the borders a license to operate in Kampala, are you decongesting the city? Traffic.